Well, hi, friends. How are you? I hope you are all fantastic. Yeah, I do. It's been a bit, hasn't it? I have been so busy. Busy. But first off, I want to say welcome to my channel. My name is Brenda. I'm Momma B. Lots of people call me Momma B, especially back, well, I guess more back when the kids were young and in high school and elementary school. But most generally now, even when those kids say, well, who are you talking about? They're like, Momma B. Oh. And then they're like, I got it. Right? So, anywho, yeah, Momma B Diamond Drillin' is my YouTube handle. Every time I say like a handle or something like that, I think of those radios used to be in the car, Breaker 19. Do you remember that? What were they called? CB radios. Yeah, my aunt had one. Can't remember what her handle was, but she was always talking on it. And I was like, wow, you're brave. Yeah. Yep, she had lots of friends. So, anywho, I am working on an Oz in Og canvas for this month. It is one of the Wicked canvases that Craft Hub put out. This is the first Craft Hub I've ever worked on, and so far so good. I think I need to be better with my placement of the drills because they seem to slide, and I know they say there's no sense in shoving them because if you just push them, they're going to go right back anyways, and then you're supposed to pick it off. You pick the whole drill off and replace it. I guess I'm a lazy driller because I don't do that. Yes, I keep repeating the same motion and getting the same results. What is it they say? If you don't change, what is it? You don't change your reaction, you're not, if you don't change your action, you're going to get the same reaction. I don't know, something like that. But anyways, yes, you have to be very precise. And another thing that I thought was really interesting is 310. A lot of us old geezers that have been diamond painting for a while have come to learn black is 310, and 310 is usually signified by a black dot. Not in this one. This is signified by like the bowling pins there. Can you see? And I'm using craft mates for my storage. You know what? I hope, yes, it is filled in. I just noticed that this 3031 has open dots. But I guess 3031, there's a very few drills in there, so it would only make sense that the 3 bowling pins there would be the 310. So anyway, I'm trying to get some work done on this. Excuse me. I just ate some, excuse me, instant mashed potatoes. I remember when I couldn't stand mashed potatoes, nor could I make them. My cousin would make them and make them look so yummy way back in the 80s. And I was like, how do you do that? And she told me, and I would try, and they'd turn out dry. And she'd say, that's because you need to add more liquid. And I was like, it doesn't help. Then it's yucky. It's just, ugh. Anyway, Brittany got me these. They're called Idahans, I think. Or Idahoans, something like that. And they're a really good instant mashed potato. I guess it's all natural dried potatoes. And you just boil the water. And what I do is I use my large measuring cup, my Pyrex, and heat the water up on the stove. Back when microwaves first came out, they always said do not boil water in the microwave because there is no place for those boiling, moving molecules to go. So then when you take it out, say you put a metal spoon in there, the metal spoon would make the water explode, and many people had severe burns because of that. Yep. Oh my goodness, I have a story about a microwave. But first off, how are you guys? Gals, are you guys doing all right? I hope so. What have you been up to? How's the weather? We are right back up into the humid 90s. Well, it's 80-degree weather, but feels like, today it felt like 95. And, yeah, it's just too much. Too much. So, well, let me tell you what I've been up to. Do you want to know what I've been up to? Well, guess what? I'm going to tell you. The last time I think I made a video, I said my week was filled with doctor's appointments, right? Well, again, this week, I have already been to two or three doctor's appointments. I have another one tomorrow. Today was the only day without a doctor's appointment. So it's been, whoa, crazy. I fell probably about a week ago. Maybe it was like last Friday night I fell. And I could have sworn I broke my foot. And I went and had it x-rayed, and they said edema, which is swelling, and bruising. It turned black immediately. It swelled up immediately. My foot was distorted. My poor little toe. It wasn't my pinky toe. It was the second toe in from your big toe. And, yeah, it was facing towards my pinky toe on my right foot. And it hurts to walk on, but what are you going to do? They say it's not broken, it's just bruised. I would think it would keep bruising the more I walk on it, but what do I know? I am just the owner of some toes. Yeah. Oh. So I'm also working on smashing some of my special canvases. And I have been working on, if you watched my last video, I showed what I was going to be working on for smashing the specials with Mindy and Mindy and Brandy, the Mystery of Diamonds. So I'm upstairs last night working on this canvas, and I was like, no way. Somehow I have managed to stain it probably fell asleep with medicine in my mouth, medicine in my mouth or something. Who the heck knows? But there's 2 yellow globs. Who knows? I could have had cheesies in my mouth. But, or maybe it was coffee. I don't know, but I was so saddened. With it being a plastic canvas, I'm going to try and take Dawn dish soap and see if that will clean the canvas, because it's such a pretty picture. Of course, do any of us do ugly pictures? And no, we do not. So, all right, you guys, let's see, what else can we talk about? Talked about the weather, talked about health. I was started to my wound care on Wednesday, and I had Brittany turn around and bring me back home. Just not feeling well, friends. I'm tired of it. Tired of complaining. Brittany's gotten to the point she don't dare ask me how I am. I say, I am feeling like a sweet potato today. Get it? A yam? Like, I used to send her an emoji, a yam emoji, if I had gotten home, like, say, from the garbage or something. I don't know. And I'd put in there, I yam home. Get it? Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Such a funny one. I am. And I had Bijou Bliss salted butter for my tray. I have cleaned my tray with Ditsy's Diamond Spray. That's right here on my handy dandy crafty cart. Ditsy Spritzy. Yep. Always make sure to shuffle it. Yep. Shake it. Shake, rattle, and roll. All right, so now what are we going to work on? We're going to work on sideward triangles. My canvas is up and down. It's not sideways like it's supposed to be. So I almost started looking for triangles, but it isn't. It's like a flag. A flag. See, right there is the black circle, and it's $6.99. Yep. Okay, so when I was thinking about doing the WIP N Chat, this is a WIP N Chat, by the way. Boy, I am all out of practice. I think 890 is the prettiest green, deep forest green. So pretty. A WIP N Chat is a WIP, a work in progress, which this is now one, and chat. That's where we chat. Your part of the chat is making comments in the comment section, which I hope you do. I really enjoy reading them, and I apologize from the depth of my apologizers if I don't see your comment. Sometimes I'll go on and I'll think I have replied to everybody, and then I'll go on, say a week or two later, and I'll say, oh, you have more replies, and here they were posted not long after I posted, the video went public. So, I try. I really do. It's got some good snap to it. Some good snap, crackle, and pops. These drills just look so much smaller. Is it just me? I know the face. Sorry, bug. Yep. Bye-bye. I had some groceries delivered tonight. Actually, I ordered them this afternoon. They didn't get here till 8:30-ish, 8. And it was starting to get dark already. Anyway, yeah, I just think these drills look teeny tiny. It does say on the direction sheet, the millimeter. Like I started to say, like in the face, they're small. Very, very, very small dinkies. And I've never seen them that small before. But anywho, yeah, so please leave a comment. You know, hey, even if it's, you know, Mama, you really annoy me. So maybe I could stop doing whatever it is that I do that annoys you. Except for the aardvark. Sorry, guys. Yep. I'm not going to stop with the aardvark. I rested my wrist on my light pad and my fingers went to sleep. Okay. So, doctor's appointments. Oh. Which do I want to tell you first? I'll tell you the diamond painting part first. I received a message from an old friend, like from 3rd grade. We used to ride the bus together in 3rd grade. Lived in our little town. She messaged me. She must have seen one of my diamond paintings. You know how memories show up? And a lot of them have been either the Smash and the Special ones or regular diamond paintings. And I've shared a couple. So maybe she saw that. And anyway, she was like, next year for the fair, you need to enter one of your diamond paintings. And I was like, what? I didn't even think that there was a, because she makes the most beautiful quilts. Like she's got this big long arm. I think that's what she calls it. And she actually has a retreat center for quilters. And before I knew about them with diamond painting, I had only heard of hers. So anyway, yeah, she's like, absolutely. She said she's going to get a hold of me next year. I think it's the last week in July, or else the next to last week in July. And so I sent her a picture of my Dorothy and Toto that I have, excuse me, that I have framed it on the wall. And she's like, right there is your entry. Well, you know, I've been thinking about it, and like, what would they judge? You know, what would the painting be? What are the rules, regulations? What are the things that the judges look for? And I told Brittany, I said, I want to be a judge. You know, of course, I couldn't be both. I said, I would think a judge would have to be a YouTube creator. Hello. Haha. She's like, Mom, what does that have to do with anything? I said, well, just because you would at least have to be part of the diamond painting community, right? To know what you're talking about and how you're going to judge the drill placement and such. I don't know. Anyway, so I am going to be more proficient on my placement, especially with the squares, because I've decided I want to enter a square, a larger one, and I was thinking maybe a Hannah Lynn, and I don't know. I have to go through my my canvases, the ones that I've already started, for one, look at my drill placement, make sure everything is nice and straight. I think it's easier to line up square drills than it is round. What do you guys think? Any suggestions, comments, opinions? The very first diamond painting Brittany and I worked on together, Brittany was stuck. She says it's squares. I just picked one because I loved it. It was a cute bunny for Easter. And the weird thing was it came from Diamond Heart Club, and I didn't know anything about any of the diamond painting companies. I didn't even know, Brittany had suggested that I check it out on YouTube if I, to stop asking her questions, because she didn't diamond paint, only that one with me. And so I was like, all right. So I did. And the first event I ever participated was with Mindy Chuck Pinson. And I'm thinking that probably back then Marissa would have been the one to be the co-host way back 4 years ago, probably, if not 5. Anywho, so I probably told you the story already, but I thought I had posted incorrectly, and I had gotten online on YouTube to find that Mindy was online, and it said something about book discussion. I didn't know anything about that. So I get on there and I'm bombarding the group, the live, with questions about the Chuckle Hung. And it's so weird because I so embarrassed. I know I turned red and just grateful nobody could see me. Yeah. And she's like, I'm sorry. Is it Brenda? Momma B Diamond Drillin'. Brenda, this is a book discussion. If you have questions about the Chuck-along, I think she thought I was slightly impaired. Please go under my page and follow what the video tells you. It's very simple. You can stay and join, follow along with the book discussion if you'd like. Anyways, I can't remember if I joined Book Club then or not. I was mortified. Yeah, I was mortified. So, so diamond painting story, buoyant. Anyway, so I'm going to go through, look at my diamond paintings and either complete a new fresh one by next year or look at the ones I have started. Oh, we're going to have a visitor. And enter another square one after I've made sure all the drills are properly aligned. Okay, microwave story time. First, I need to wet my whistle. If you'll excuse me just a second. I have my Not a Day Over Fabulous cute kitten mug. Thank you. I know I said I'd never drink tea again, but this is a special tea. Get it? Special tea. So, this was before Brittany was born. I was living down near Fort Lauderdale with my uncle, and working at a retail store that is no longer in business, which saddens me. I've worked a lot of retail in my life, and out of all of, Butter Wants Lovin's, out of all the retail I ever worked, Richway was the name of the store. That was the nicest store I've ever worked at. I've worked at Kmart, Lane Bryant, oh, where else? Grocery stores, you name it. And anyway, I probably shouldn't have given my itinerary out there, huh? So anywho, this retail store, I don't think there were many departments that I wasn't trained in, except I did the service desk one day. Maybe that was 2 days for training. And I said, never again. I'm not good with numbers and reversing. You know, you return something, you take something back. It's no. It was too confusing for me. And then plus, if you worked at the service desk, you had to keep track of the front end money for the customer service manager to make sure she had enough to supply herself with change for the cashiers. And we ticketed, there's soft lines and hard lines. Soft lines is what you would think, your clothing, men's, women's, children's, babies. Oh, she's coming back. If it's, yeah, it's 10:30 here. We usually head upstairs about 10:30, and she gets her brush time. So I'll probably cut this short after my story here. And then we had hard lines, which was housewares, health and beauty, automotive, anything that you could, you know, knock on the wall and it would hit and go bang. Oh, I was telling you, there was some merchandise that we tagged ourselves. So we had punch guns that put tags on clothes. And then we had the pricing guns with the labels. Oh my gosh, I loved it there. And I would always, if I didn't want to be found, I would go back and they'd hide me. It was almost like a little factory in the back of the store. And I'd go back and hang out with them and help them price merchandise until the manager would come back and say, Conklin, what are you doing? Yeah, and I'd be like, I'm helping. She's like, not in the right spot. Anyway, I was telling someone about another story. That must be all home day or something for me. Because I told somebody else a story about this retail store as well. The other night, actually. Anyway, there was this girl. I was working in the cash office at this time. And we requested the cashiers put their money away in a certain order in their bag, cash bag, so it was easier for us to balance out their cash registers. And there was this one girl. We were always riding her behind, you know, like, come on, do you need me to leave a note in your bag on how to do it? You know, obviously you dump your change in. You put your unopened coin holders in the bottom of the zip bag. And then you put, you know, your ones, 5s, 10s, 20s, 50s, 100s, checks, coupons, money orders, anything left in your drawer went in that kind of order. Oh gosh, her bag was always a flogging mess. Well, one day in the lunchroom, she was getting her lunch out, and she had brought hard-boiled eggs still in the shell. if you're paying attention at all, I think you're probably going to know where this story is leading. And it's not pretty. And I was like, I said her name, and I said, how do you plan on warming that up? And she told me. I said, oh, no, honey. Take that shell off. I said, you need to take that shell off before you warm it up in the microwave. She said, oh, I do it all the time at home. I said, and it's never exploded on you? No, that has never. I said, well, you don't want to do that or do water because it explode in your face. She was like, whatever. So, obviously, all microwaves still, I think, work differently. And I was like, this is not going to be pretty, friends. She took that egg out of the microwave, 2 steps to sit down to the table, and she took it and she cracked it open on her front teeth. It exploded. Yeah, 911. She was a mess. I don't even know what degree burns were on her lips, on her cheeks, her nose. I cried when I saw that happen because obviously I was sitting right there. I was like, oh, no, honey. I said, we're going to get you help, And, of course she was in shock, crying. It was just so sad. So please, even to this day, gosh, don't do that. Shell your egg before you warm it up. And then you'll probably even see it explode in the microwave, unshelled, right? She was on soft foods for a long time. And after she come back to work. And I didn't harass her so much after that. But she healed. And yeah, she listened to me more too. She was younger than me. And she listened to me a little closer. I said, I'm not going to say anything to you that will steer you in the wrong direction if I know better. I said, why would I do such a thing? And because you're always mean to me when I drop off my bag. I was like, oh dear God, Lord. This one girl, she didn't care. She had no mercy. There's no reason for these girls. She was lead cashier. And we'd asked her one time to come back and work with us in the cash office. She's like, no way. She said, I would kill people. She's like, there would be no cashiers up front. But that's why I couldn't understand how it could have, they merged with Target. That's who we're going. That's what happened. Yes. And, Target's just not the same. Nope. All right, friends. I have a little buddy here that's ready to go relax upstairs. Hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and check out Oz and Og and smashing the specials. Yep, there are a couple of fun groups of people. I'm just getting to know the Oz and Og group. I know some of them, but not many. So just kind of branching out a little bit. One of the girls that's hosting it, we used to be really close, but her channel grew, and I'm still working on mine, and she's always working on hers as well. But hold on. I almost forgot that you weren't sitting right across from me. Yes, and that I didn't offer you a cup of tea. What is wrong with me? Yeah, we're going, baby. All right, Butter's doing pretty good. And thanks for tuning in. If you have any stories that you would like to share, feel free. Yeah, maybe if you don't mind, I will share them in my next WIP N Chat. What do you think? Oh, she's going to jump from the table. Hate it when she does that because she's getting older. Sometimes when I pick her up, I can feel her hips grind. Not a good feeling. Well, I got a little bit more done. So far, I'm liking, yes. At first I was worried on that first square. I was worried about the drills, but I'm feeling a little more confident now. Going into the second square. Ooh. All right, hopefully this recorded well. I can't talk on my regular phone anymore because I've dropped it so many times. Yeah, I don't know, maybe Santa will bring me a new one for Christmas. But for now, I'm just kind of jiggling or jogging between my tablet, my old iPhone, and it sickens me, but my newer iPhone. So if I join anybody's lives, I will have to do it from my old phone. Yep. But like you guys needed to know all that, right? Okay, hey, you guys take care. And I have missed you. Please leave a comment. Let me know if you watched and what you thought. And hit the like button. That helps with algorithms. And happy August. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. La, la, la. Okay. Love you. Later. Hard work. Hard work. Bye.